Alright, so I'm on my third time re-recording this because Audacity decided it wasn't gonna save my audio. But if you're watching this right now, it worked. Third time's a charm as always. And let's get right into the video. What's going on, guys? My name's Cell, coming back at you with another life story slash commentary video. Got some BO3 Zombies Kino gameplay in the background. Hope you all enjoyed that. But before we get into the video, I just wanted to say, got 10 views on the last upload within the first 24 hours of the upload. Super sick to me considering that I don't have any prior content on the channel besides that. I know it's not a lot. I just wanted to say thank you though, because that was super sick to me to see that it got 10 views in the first 24 hours without having any other content. Super sick. I'm new to this, so, it's the little things that I like. But I'm not going to hold y'all for too long, so let's go ahead and get right into the story. This is about the time that my friend's mom broke my friend's bong. Yes, that happened. So let's get right into the story. It was a summer break day, as always. About the same time that the last video started, about the last video's time frame. So my homie Eric, he hit me up and said, "Yo, we're at this girl's house, and let's call her, let's call her Julianne." No, I know Julianne. I've met her before many times. We're good friends. And he said, "Yo, we're at Julianne's house, and we got the bong, and we're smoking. You should pull up." That sounded good to me, so I was like, "Bet, bro, I'll be there in like 5 minutes." So I got on my skateboard and I rode down to Julianne's house because she lives in my neighborhood. Now, she lives in the back of my neighborhood. In the back of my neighborhood, there's train tracks. And most people that live on the back of the neighborhood where the train tracks are, they have a fence on the back of their yard so you can't get on the train tracks. But she didn't. She just had like these bushes that she actually cut like a pathway through so we could get on the train tracks and smoke. So when I got there, that's where they were. They weren't in the crib, so I just assumed that they were back there. Plus, I heard voices, so I went up on the train tracks and they were all there. Saw the homies. There were about 7 people there. They're not very important in the story, but I just felt the need to clarify that there were other people here when this happened. I say what's good, slap them all up, and my homie's Eric, he's like, "Yo, bro, I got the brong. You trying to take some rips?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm down for that." So we're all smoking, and eventually we run out of weed. I brought some weed, but not a ton, so it didn't last super long considering we had like 7 or 8 people there. So after that, we're pretty stoned and we're just chilling. No, we go back down to Julianne's yard, and she has like a trampoline, but she also has a shed. And my homie Eric didn't want to just leave the bong out around, so he hid it behind the shed. Now, I think I forgot to mention this, but Julianne lives with her grandmother. And her grandmother, I'm pretty sure her grandmother knew she smoked, but she didn't want her to. Or maybe it was that she didn't want her smoking on her property. I can't quite remember. Because she had caught us smoking prior to this. But we're all chilling. Sometime, probably about an hour pass. And her grandma comes out to smoke a cigarette. And she's pretty cool with us. She's a no-kid. She's a pretty nice lady. And she says hello. But she just kind of paces around the yard while smoking. Because I guess she didn't want to just like stand up in one place or something. So she's just kind of walking around, and we saw her kind of start to walk around the shed. And I shot Eric a look, she's behind the shed type of look, and he gave me a pretty concerned look as well. He knew what was happening. Now, about everybody realized that, and now we're all worried, and Julianne's probably the most worried out of us all. And we kind of came to the conclusion she's not going to come out from the other side of the shed without the bong. If she doesn't see it, some fucking miracle has happened or something, because it's a big ass bong. And, he didn't hide it behind anything. He just put it behind the shed. He didn't put it behind a plant, a fucking plant, anything at all. So like I said, we kind of came to the conclusion that she was going to come out the other side with the bong. And, what did I tell you? She comes out the other side and she is holding the bong in her hand. Immediately, Eric gets up and, walks over to her, but she's not having shit. And she's like, "Guys, I told y'all to stop fucking smoking on my property. This is my property, and if the cops get called, they're gonna come, and it's gonna be the bong is gonna be my property because it's on my property, and I am the owner of the house." Sorry, guys, that was a lot of, the word property, but you get what I'm saying. So Eric's like, "It's fine, give it to me, I'll just go home." And she's like, "No, I've caught y'all doing this before. You're just gonna do it again. Y'all don't even fucking care." Now, before I go any further in the story, Julianne has like a brick patio in her backyard on the ground. Now, her grandmother walks over to the patio, holds the bong over her head, and just smashes it on the ground. That's right. She went over to the patio, put it over her head, and just fucking threw it and just obliterated it on the ground. And you could tell like a little pieces of Eric's soul just left him. He looked so fucking sad. He was in like disbelief or shock or something. Eric's just sitting there with he is dumbfounded with the action that just happened. And immediately Julianne's like, what the fuck are you doing? That wasn't yours. That's not your property. And she's just like, no, I'm tired of this bullshit. Y'all smoke, y'all do drugs on my property. You could get me in serious trouble. You could get me sent to jail. All y'all just leave right now. I don't want y'all coming back. And before anybody could say anything, Eric just says, yes, ma'am. And he got on his bike and left before anybody could even move. So after that, we all leave. We dip to another place, but that's for a future video. Another thing actually happened there. But I'll tell that again. If y'all want that story, I'll tell it next or something. But we all dip, and later that day, I called up Eric, and I was like, yo, bro, you trying to chill? And he was like, nah, dude, I'm not coming out anytime soon. I just thought it was kind of funny that he got so fucking depressed over it. But I don't know. It was like a $120 bong, so honestly, that is kind of depressing. I know I would be sad. But yeah, that's the end of the story, guys. I just wanted to tell y'all that. Again, I want to point out that I got 10 views in the first 24 hours of the last upload. Super sick to me. You know, it was my first video ever. I just wanted to show my thanks to y'all by mentioning it again. Also, guys, made a Twitter. It's at Morecell with 3 L's instead of 2. Y'all should go follow that. I'll be posting, like, you know, my uploads. Not all of them. I'll be posting the dates in advance so y'all know when to tune in. But again, it's at Morecell with 3 L's. Definitely go follow it. And with that, I'm Cell. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm out.
Christmas in the truck, little nigga, I ain't got no items. 2 bitches, I'm like Noah, find a Figaro, need a beat in the Bible. Skinny nigga with some muscles, bitch, I'll pop out on your block. Skin